So, new update. I haven't done a podcast in a while, and that's my fault. I don't really have an excuse for that. Being completely honest, I've just been lazy. So, I did, however, I'm trying something new out today. I have 2 phones now, which I don't know. It actually made my phone bill cheaper, so I'm not complaining. But I can connect my mics to my phone instead of having to record separate and then syncing the audio and then editing the video. Hopefully. I have actually no clue because this is the first thing I've tried to do. But my phone, my old phone, is a 14 and it doesn't have the new charging port. So every time I try to do something with it, it just didn't work. And kind of frustrating because that's why I didn't use these mics for a long time. But then I was like, well, it's better than whatever the hell I had before. So I just kept trying and trying, and then I just got this. I just used my editing software and put recordings on. So I had to do things before every recording to make sure I could sync it in post, sync the audios together post, and that's what I did. Now, hopefully, I won't have to do that because that's a process of I have to upload the video from my phone to my computer, which takes a while. Then I have to upload it from my computer to the software, which doesn't take that long. But then I have to edit the video or whatever, and I still have to do that anyways, but I have another software that makes it easier, especially for these since I don't have to do much editing. I just usually cut out a little bit in the front and then a little bit in the back end and then post it. So it's hopefully going to be a little bit simpler now. And actually, I could probably just post from my phone at this point. If I just have this, I might not even have to, oh my goodness, that might be so much simpler. So I might even be able to just do that. That's awesome. Stop it. Anyways, life update, I guess. I started paramedic school. We've been going for a couple weeks. And that's all fun. I've been getting kind of bored being at home, and I've been wanting to do something social. But the only thing I know how to do that's social is go to the gym. And that's how mellowed out my life is now, because I don't really party, and I don't want to go out. I don't drink either. So I don't want to just go out somewhere and then be in that kind of environment and not have anyone with me. I have like 1 or 2, maybe 3 friends that I can hang out with on a daily basis, and not even on a daily basis, but just that I have around me in this area since I'm new. And I've met plenty of people, but not like people I'd go out with, I guess. So I need to work on getting more closer friends that I can go out with, or just go back to where I used to be. But I don't really want to do that. Anyways, I'm also trying out a new editing thing with the little clips, and I'm sure you've seen that already, but with AI editing or whatever. So, yeah. I don't really have, I feel like my life is boring now because I'm not always trying to do something. And I mean, I did have a psych patient. I don't know how much I know how much I can save, but I did have a psych patient the other day, which was fun. I actually ran the call. And that, it was a lot of fun. They had a court order, uh, so they were technically involuntary, but I had a blast. He had a episode that morning and was trying to fight people. And of course, the one call I got to run that day was a male psych patient. Everyone else was chill and female, and I was like, you know what? Bet you anything that the call that I get that I'm gonna run is a dude. It's gonna be some crazy thing. And sure enough, I mean, he wasn't crazy. Well, depends on your definition of crazy, because I could be crazy, but it was fun. It was like a 40-minute drive or something, and at first it was kind of like, eh. But as soon as we got into the ambulance, I mean, he opened up, we talked almost the whole way there. And then I had an AC or actually it was a heater. I forgot how to turn the AC on. That's even crazier. I was sweating. I couldn't figure out I kept pressing the mode button, but I didn't realize that there was a faint green light that my partner told me about after the call. And I kept pushing the button and it wasn't getting cold. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And then he was like, yeah, there's a slight green dot. So every time you press the mode, there's a slight green dot. And now I know, but I was sweating my balls off in the back of that ambulance. And he was fine. He was in a sweater though, which I don't understand that. But again, it was blowing right on me. So I was just a pile of sweat for 40 minutes. But, so that was a fun call. And we also had a new hire that day, so that was even more fun. In my opinion, I think it was fun having a new hire, especially so soon after I'm getting cleared. So I'm like, I was in your shoes not very long ago. You'll be okay. He forgot some stuff, but I won't harp on him too much. There is some things that he missed, but I'll say that, like the gym. Although I will say this makes it a lot easier to do gym stuff because a big thing was I didn't want to do gym recordings and they're going to be split up or like spliced because I'm not going to just record walking around with a tripod, right? So now I can have that, and then there's an option on this app that I'm using that lets you splice or split or whatever the heck people do nowadays. And I can split it, walk around to the next one, and then unpause it or something. So that would be cool, right? So that would be cool. And make it a lot simpler. And then I just have to carry this. So as long as it's transmitting to the transmitter, then it should be fine, I think. But who knows? I'll probably still be in my head about it or something because I have yet to do it. And this does make it a lot easier because, I mean, especially if I can literally go straight from this to posting it, which I'll figure out in a little bit. But I still have to get the audio. I have to transfer the audio to my computer so I can post it on the podcast hosting thing. The learning curve, again, but this is simpler now and much happier. And I got two phones to walk around with. Yeah, got one right here. Yeah, nothing else too crazy has happened. I have to go to San Antonio on Tuesday for my paramedic class, and I have to get the rest of my books. I don't really want to travel all that way, but if I can get done early enough, I might try and just do all of my classwork that day. Excuse me. Maybe. Even though there's probably a lot of videos I have to go through. But if I can get through the whole stuff that day, then I get Friday and Saturday off, and I don't have to do anything. But that also means I'm going to have the same issue I had last night, which is where I want to go be social, and then I might not be able to go be social because I don't know anything else but the gym. And so actually, I went out and I hit on the bag last night, because I didn't know what else to do. So now my hands are sore. and I went to the Crunch down the street, which awesome, by the way. I have to go work at the HEB Center today. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but there you go. Now you know, and who knows when this is going to be posted. So I get to do that, which is kind of fun. I went to a hockey game the other day, first hockey game, and I didn't even watch it. I was just putting Band-Aids on people. Yeah, I don't really know how, because I guess I like the informational stuff that I was doing, like with the podcast, but I don't know how I want to approach it going forward, because now most of the stuff I'm learning is paramedic, or yes, paramedic, but also in the field, and I guess I can say most of it's communicational, so I guess I could probably talk about communication stuff, but so maybe that is something. I just haven't sat down and dug into my brain about anything recently. I've been a mush pile and just talking. And I've gotten actually a lot better at talking, starting conversations. I sucked at that. I'm not as bad anymore. I still suck, but I'm not as bad anymore. And that makes me happy, because now I'm pretty comfortable, for the most part, starting conversations. So that's cool. Which means I might start talking to a bunch of people, and then maybe I'll get some friends to hang out with in this area. And then I'll be happy. So you got that to look forward to. Not you, but me. Because I doubt you'll see that part. Unless you're one of my... Unless you end up being the person I talk to. And then we might have a different conversation. But yeah, I'm going to try and figure out some stuff. I need to read more, and that'll probably give me ideas too. But I have not been doing either of those because of life choices, of wanting to relax when I'm not on the truck. I will get over that eventually. I just don't know how fast it's going to be, because I still enjoy doing this. And I'm kind of enjoying relaxing when I'm not on the truck. But at the same time, it's, in my opinion, I'm not super crazy all the time on the truck. And so I think I should just be like, suck it up, get everything ready, and then do it. And even if it's not on the days that I'm working, because I do work 10 to 12 hour shifts, but the days that I am off, I need to do more. And I get 3 days off, so that's cool, but I gotta do more. And then I also have paramedic school. So if I can get paramedic school done one day, then I can do other stuff the other days. But then I also have to mix around, because if you haven't noticed, there's a bunch of zeros on the calendar. And that's my fault. I also hate editing. I suck at editing. And I'll be honest, I kind of half-ass it. So, yeah. But I try and get a little bit of good information, or at least something that's relatively, like, grab ya. Right? Maybe. I don't know. But that's kind of a life update. I didn't really have a topic for today, or for this one. I just wanted to talk and try this mic thing out and see how it works. And hopefully it stays that way, and I don't have to worry about it. But we'll see. And then I'll try and put some other stuff together. I have to leave in 2 hours, I think. And then I gotta go, and I'll be gone till like 3. And then I'll get to come back. And then I get to do whatever I want. So hopefully I choose to do the right things, not the wrong things. And today's the rest day from the gym, which means I have extra free time. and I don't really want the extra free time. But I also need my body to rest so that I can work hard tomorrow. And I need to eat. I gotta make sure I eat. Oh, I get discounts too at the HEB Center. I get half off. So I get a fat meal for half the price. Which honestly, just for that, I would take it. Because the only thing I pay for now is food. Outside of bills. But I guess that makes sense. But, yeah. Anyways, I will figure out what to do next. And then you'll see it next. You know what I'm saying?